Let's start with the webinar. So this webinar is about planning 2025 with Marketcall. And first of all, I would like to talk about paper gold trends that happened in 2024. So first one was shift towards real-time bidding, call buying and selling. So what it means is like a lot of buyers and networks are now working on real-time bidding. So for every call, they set up like dynamic pricing, and it's a really popular technology that is used is mostly in home services, home improvement, and sometimes in the insurance as well. So a lot of network affiliates and buyers are shifting towards that technology. And if you have any questions, I will answer all of them in the end of the webinar. Next trend is rise of debt settlement vertical. Due to our focus on debt settlement and in general, that became more and more popular between paper call affiliates and networks in 2024. Then we had some changes in ACA industry. There were some lawsuits back in March. There were some government changes in regulations to ACA industry. So in general, it was declining and a lot of affiliates stopped running ACA this year. Then we had upcoming changes in TCPA rules for leads. It's a one-to-one consent law that is upcoming January. So a lot of companies are preparing for this law, and actually a lot of companies start to work more with calls than leads, because with leads now, with this law, you have to put only one company name that is buying this lead, and so all like shared leads, all age data is basically will be dying with this law. And finally, we saw a decrease of non-compliant advertising from affiliates, especially in social media. So affiliates are running more compliant ads right now, and it also boosts the industry because it's becoming more and more clean. Let's talk about what happened with Marketcall in 2024. Firstly, my favorite one is that we attended a lot of trade shows, like around 10 trade shows all over the world. Affiliate Summit, Lead Generation World, LeadsCon, Affiliate World, Budapest, Bangkok, Dubai, so many shows where we met some existing affiliates, some new affiliates. So our company tries to attend those shows every year because it brings a lot of business to us. We meet new advertisers, new affiliates, and it definitely helps us to grow every year as we do. So another one, as we launched more and more home services offers, we launched a bid data map for dynamic payout offers and specifically home services, because as you may know, home services offers, they have a lot of local buyers, like local companies in specific cities or counties or states. So each of them has its own pricing and budgets. So with this dynamic map, you can actually see average prices per call for specific categories in specific states and cities. And it really helps affiliates who run Google SEO to figure out which geographic locations bring highest payouts. So it's really crucial map. If you want to work in home services verticals, you definitely need to check this map. And then also we launched our in-house RTB system for call buying and selling. So a lot of networks, they use some third-party call tracking solutions to buy and sell calls based on RTB basis, and those solutions are quite expensive, but because we have our in-house solution, it really helps us to lower our costs and provide higher payouts for our affiliates. Also, just recently in December, we launched our in-house debt settlement offer based on lead payout. So currently it's quite still private because we're testing it a lot with few of the affiliates, but we'll be bringing more and more new affiliates to this offer next year. So definitely keep an eye on that in case you're not familiar with call offers, but you want to run some lead offers. It's like our in-house offer for both depth English and Spanish. And finally, we were featured like top one paper call network by overall summer contests, and we are looking forward to see results for winter contests as well. I'm sure like I'm positive that we should get like first or second position because of your support. And we got featured in Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies as a 16th fastest growing company in the United States. So it's really a great achievements for us, and it's all due to your support, due to all affiliates and buyers that are working with Marketcall, and you're growing with us. So, and we're trying to help to grow you as well. So now let's talk about 2025, and it's important to understand the seasons in pay-per-call. So January is usually the cheapest month of the year in Facebook. So like based on my experience working with Facebook for the last 6 years, I see that January has the cheapest CPMs. So it's definitely a great month for you to get started running Facebook, because your cost of tests will be much lower than average. It's due to the fact that a lot of advertisers for e-commerce, they usually advertise a lot in fourth quarter of the year, like November, December, and in January usually their budgets are really drying. So it's really a great opportunity for pay-per-call and lead gen affiliates to boost the volume. So then we have Medicare season from January to April. So it's a really big vertical in pay-per-call, and despite the fact that it got really regulated, still a lot of big affiliates companies run this vertical, specifically Medicare supplement. Then from May to September, we are having home services and home improvement season. Verticals like pest control, HVAC, plumbing, roofing, windows, because a lot of people do those services during summer period. And from October to December, we traditionally have health insurance season like ACA, U65, private health insurance, and Medicare. And all year round, we see volumes in debt settlement, auto insurance, and flight booking. So anytime you can start those verticals. And I see there is a question from the chat. I can answer it right now. So what verticals would you suggest to start in January? Definitely debt settlement, because after holidays, usually credit card debt increases due to lots of purchases that people do before Christmas. So starting debt settlement is really great in January. And I think auto insurance as well. Auto insurance is all year round, but as I said, January is the cheapest month in the year, so definitely a great time to test something new. So now let's talk about best verticals for different traffic sources, because it's one of the most common questions you guys ask. So Google Ads is still one of the biggest traffic sources around the world, and still pay-per-call affiliates and lead gen affiliates run Google Ads. So there are different types of Google Ads like search, display, and YouTube. So you can see for search, the most popular offers are home services, home improvement, flight booking, debt settlement, and health insurance. So I would say home services is number one, especially emergency home services, because for things like plumbing, HVAC, electricians, those emergency home services, people are looking for those in Google. So it's really hard to attract a customer from Facebook. So one of the biggest mistakes affiliates do in home services, they try to run Facebook. Specifically with emergency home services, only Google Ads works with the best. And the next type of Google Ads is display. Verticals like ACA, Medicare, auto insurance, debt settlement, and home improvement work well. I would say not many affiliates run display traffic because it's not easy to run it. You have to invest a lot of budget to optimize your campaigns. But still, if you just use Google ad transparency tool, like a spy tool, you can still see some of the companies running display ads for those verticals. And finally, YouTube, I think it's the traffic source that is underutilized by affiliates. Verticals like ACA, Detailement, and auto insurance can be well run on YouTube. So in the past, I talked about that element that it's almost impossible to run on search and YouTube, that you need to have a special license. Yes, it's still the case, but we see that some US-based affiliates are getting this license successfully. But on the other hand, we also see that some affiliates are successfully running those verticals without a license. Just trying to figure out which keywords or phrases are getting approved on Google. And if you would like to know more, we can talk about that like in private. I will share my contacts in the end of this webinar. So now let's talk about social ads. I would say most of our affiliates are running social verticals. I mean, traffic sources like Facebook and TikTok. Facebook is, of course, more popular with affiliates, but it is more saturated as well. So verticals like ACA, Medicare, auto insurance, debt settlement, home improvement, and final expense are really great for Facebook. So like basically any vertical that is targeting broad spectrum of people. And the most important here is your creative and the landing page as well. And I will talk about most important things for media buying later on. And also some of our affiliates are running TikTok as well. So TikTok has a really strong moderation system. So it's harder to get your ads approved on TikTok. But on the other hand, it has less competition, and on average, cost on TikTok can be still twice as lower compared to Facebook. I'm talking about like cost per raw call. And the industries that we see are working like home improvement, ACA, debt settlement, and auto insurance. And the last video I did on our channel was specifically about running debt settlement on TikTok, and still we have affiliates who run that, and they're getting great results. And finally, I would like to talk about native ads. It's also the traffic source that is underutilized by affiliates. So you can use such networks like Taboola, Outbrain, and also Newsbreak. Newsbreak is one of the newest native ads platforms, and you can run offers like home improvement, Medicare, debt settlement, and auto insurance on both leads and calls basis. So most of the affiliates are running leads on those platforms, but you can also try to run calls on those. And also SEO has become one of our also popular traffic sources in 2024. So like building local websites for specific home services like HVAC, water damage, plumbing, electricians, and pest control. So we have affiliates who are building and promoting like hundreds of websites in each US city in those verticals. So they're getting organic traffic and basically like free traffic, and then they're monetizing it with our pay-per-call program. Another popular verticals are in home improvement like roofing, windows, painting, bathroom remodeling, and solar. And finally, we see surprisingly some good traction with health insurance, auto insurance, and rehab with SEO traffic as well. So now let's talk about revenue makers for pay-per-call affiliates. Of course, there are a lot of revenue makers, but I would say the three main important ones are creative, landing page, and your buyers. So with creative, you always check your CTR, your cost per click, and quality of your traffic. And the key point here is to test different creatives to understand what your competitors are running, and trying to do the same but slightly different. And once you find a new angle that works, you can scale that to the moon, basically. So the creative is really important when running any pay-per-call or lead gen offer. The second thing that is important is your landing page. So the advantage of pay-per-call offers is that you can build your own landing pages, and you can fully control what the user sees and what is the user flow is. So here you mostly see the conversion rate from clicks to calls, and also landing page can affect the quality of calls. Both the creative and the landing page, depending on what you write here, can affect the quality of calls. And finally, your buyers also affect your revenue, their payouts, their revenue per call, the relationship that you have with them, and the payment frequency is also important for the cash flow. Now let's talk about popular flow pay-per-call campaign. If some of you just getting started with pay-per-call, I would definitely recommend to follow this flow. So with creative, I usually run Facebook or maybe TikTok ads, so like social ads, and you should definitely stick to video ads because this is what is currently working for everyone. So it can be UGC videos when you hire like a real actor or just a regular person to talk about the specific product or service on the video. Or another way, you can do like video footage and voiceover when you cut several video just pieces and then you put some voiceover with specific script. Then about landing page, so you can use a quiz or chatbot. So with quiz, basically it will ask a few questions one by one to filter this customer and to try to warm him a little bit, to prepare him to call. And chatbot is doing the same, but just in the form of chat. So if you ever spied on Facebook, you definitely saw those flows. And definitely you should be using a dynamic call tracking tool by external call tracking like Ringba, TrackDrive, Retriever, or something else, or you can take it from a network that you work with. Because a lot of affiliates that start running ads, they don't think about it, but it's really important to use a dynamic call tracking tool. And finally, about your buyers, you should have at least 3 buyers in your flow to compare statistics, because sometimes some call centers, some buyers, they perform better than others in terms of the conversion rate. Also, you can go with 2 options. So you can manage buyers in external call tracking, like I said, like Ringba, TrackDrive, or Retriever. So you will onboard those buyers in those call trackings, and you can manage priorities and flows. Or you can work with one network exclusively, and this network will onboard buyers. It will bundle those buyers, and it will route calls based on internal filters and settings. So for newbie affiliates, I would recommend to work with one network exclusively, but once you grow, you start onboarding more buyers, some of the network, some direct buyers, and you will build your own bundle in external call tracking. So now it's something I wanted to announce. So we are announcing our pay-per-call Accelerator program. This program, I will talk about this on the next slides, but basically a lot of newbie affiliates and experienced affiliates, sometimes they lack some of the things to be successful. So I decided to build this program to help you scale your volumes. So firstly, let's talk about pain points of pay-per-call affiliates. So when you are getting started, you need to create your landing pages. So you need to either hire some developer, or you need to buy some landing page builder. You need to spend time and money to build those landing pages. Sometimes because I talk a lot with affiliates. Sometimes those landing pages are super ugly, or sometimes you just waste so much time, like weeks, to build those landing pages, and you never really start to work. So next thing that you need to do is set up call tracking and traffic tracking, and those things can be expensive. For call tracking, it can cost like 1 or 1.5% of your total revenue. So in current competitive world, like every percent of your ROI matters. So you should try to keep your costs as low as possible, and also the time of setting up those things, because sometimes you need to have some technical knowledge to set up those. And things like traffic tracking can cost like $300 to $500 per month, and for newbie affiliates it's also quite expensive. The next thing that you need to do is to set up postbacks. It's not that hard, but still you need to set up postbacks with your network. You need to set up postbacks with your traffic source like Facebook or TikTok. Sometimes it also takes some time or resources, and not every affiliate is capable of doing that. Then you need to do competitor research, like to spy on Facebook, on TikTok, to see what's current angles are working. Still, it takes time for you to do that. Then you need to do production of ad creatives, the most important. You need to hire UGC actors, you need to hire a video editor or do it yourself. It also takes time and money. Then you need to to set up ad accounts. Then you need to split test creatives and landing pages, and also you need to think about payout frequency. How fast are you getting paid with your network or with your buyer? So now let's talk about the opposite side. Now let's talk about pain points of pay-per-call network like Marketcall. So the first one is low transparency from affiliates, because sometimes we don't know what are you actually running, and you are causing some problems to your network because you can be running some not approved angles, and it really hurts relationships with our buyers. So it's really a big pain point for us. Second pain point is delay time to launch traffic from affiliates. So sometimes we can set up a new offer, we can prepare agents, but you guys are not starting calls because you have technical issues with postbacks, tracking system, and so on. So you spend time for one things, and agents are already waiting for the calls. And finally, we have a risk of affiliates selling calls to another network. So I'm doing a lot of those webinars, trainings, one-to-one Zoom calls. I teach you guys how to run pay-per-call, but at some point, some of you are going to our competitors. So it's also a risk for us. And so let's summarize. What do we need? You guys need free call tracking and traffic tracking. You need to ready to use creatives and landing pages. You need faster payouts, and you need to focus on media buying rather than technical setup. And what do we need? We need high transparency from affiliates. We need you to faster launch your traffic, and we need exclusive relationships with you. So to resolve all of those points, we are launching this pay-per-call Accelerator program in January 2025. With this program, you will be getting free traffic tracking, free call tracking. You'll be getting AI tool to transcribe calls and analyze quality. You'll be getting free Facebook and TikTok ads cost update. So in one platform, you will see your revenue, number of clicks, and also you will see your Facebook and TikTok costs. So you can immediately see your ROI. Then you'll be getting ready to use landing pages in a few of our major verticals, and we'll be adding more landing pages by request. You'll be getting faster payouts because we have transparency. We see the landing pages that you're running. We see your traffic, and in this case, we can easily do faster payouts to help you with the cash flow. You'll be getting our private ad creative library that we collect different ads from Facebook ad library, TikTok ad library, Like we try to collect best angles that are currently are run by competitors. So we collect it from public sources and we share it with you, so you can immediately see the most popular videos that are run in any specific vertical. And then we'll be doing weekly calls, or maybe once 2 weeks call. So basically, if you have any specific questions, we'll do like private Zoom calls with participants of this accelerator program, so you can get my mentorship and advice from me, from our team, from our media buying team, to help you with your ad campaigns. And finally, you will get opportunity to join media buying team or get even credit to scale your campaigns. With most successful participants of this accelerator program, you will be able to either join our media buying team or just to get funding to scale your campaigns, because as we see that your campaigns are profitable, we just can add more cash to scale them several times. So the application form is here. You can scan the QR code, or you can also follow this link. And I will send this link in the chat as well. So the requirements are not that hard. So you need to have some experience with media buying, because unfortunately we cannot teach you to run Facebook or TikTok from ground. It's not our main purpose. And secondly, you need to be able to come up with new creatives and angles, because if you just be duplicating existing affiliates, imagine if 100 people will do the same creative, probably it will not work, right? So you still need to come with slight variations of existing creatives, and the most successful affiliates are always coming with their own angles and creatives, and because those angles are fresh, they're able to get the highest ROI. And I have like a personal recommendation to have budget at least of $1,500 for testing. It's not daily budget, it's not weekly budget, it's like total budget, because you will be getting your money back once you will generating first calls. So it will be constant cash flow, spending, then withdrawing from Marketcall. But I would say $1,000 to $1,500 is something that is currently required on the US market, because still the traffic is, I think, one of the most expensive in US compared to other countries. So this is a recommended budget. So let me check some of the questions you have. Yeah, I think the most important question: how much does it cost this program? It's completely free. So to participate, you just need to apply on the link provided. We will review your applications, and then we will approve some of you, and we are going to start this program in January, just like in a week or two, and you'll be getting all the things that I mentioned on the previous slide. So now let's move to the next slide, and I will be able to answer all your questions in the meantime. I would like to show you one of results of our media buyers. So it's just an individual media buyer that is working with us for in this year, and those are results for the last 30 days from 27 November to 26 December on Facebook. You can see his placements and amount spent. His overall amount spent was $189,000 in 1 month. So he's running both depth English and Spanish calls, and you can see his average cost per click, cost per 1,000 impressions, his CTR, and a lot of people complain that December is quite expensive, we're not getting ROI, but still, as you can see, just one person was able to run this amount. Of course, his ROI was changing day by day, week by week, but still in the end he has positive ROI, and as an internal media buyer he gets a certain percentage from the net profit he generates. And in the past he was our affiliate, but he didn't have enough cash flow to scale his campaign, so we decided to invite him to our internal team, and he keeps running and scaling those campaigns. So maybe the next hire could be you. So definitely, if you are interested to join our internal media buying, I have also a link here. Here we expect more experienced media buyers to join our team. So I'm also sharing a link to the application in our chat. And yeah, so if you are running Facebook, TikTok, YouTube ads, definitely you should check this form and apply. So you can be anywhere in the world. You can work any number of hours you want. The only thing that we care about is performance, and we share the percentage of the net profit to our internal media buyers. And finally, another form I would like to share with you is to participate in our annual survey and get a chance to win $100. We really care about feedback from you guys, from affiliates, and also we care about your requests for specific offers, because we are always changing, always adapting, and if we see that affiliates want specific industries that we don't currently have, we have a big sales team who is capable of finding new advertisers all over the US. So if you have some feedback for us regarding our system, or regarding specific offers you would like us to set up, please go to this link. I will share it in the chat. And one of participants of this survey, it's really quick survey, like several minutes, one of the participants will be able to win $100. And finally, I'm ready to answer all your questions. Sorry guys for the laggy video. I hope next time we will fix it. And in case you are watching us in recording, you can send your questions to me, alex@marketcall.com, or to our head of affiliate, Alexander Konorev at his email is konorev@marketcall.com. So now I'm ready to answer all your questions. So let's check. So tell me, is it Marketcall as traffic source Facebook Marketplace allowed or not? So unfortunately, we don't allow Facebook Marketplace in our network right now, because it's not highest quality traffic. So if you have any questions, please ask me and I'll be able to answer those. So this is a good question. How we can push conversion data to the ad network? Can we use tools like Volume? If not, what kind of tracker can be utilized? So you can use a call tracking like Ringbar, Retriever, or TrackDrive, and push conversions to your ad network from those via like a postback webhook, or you can use traffic tracker like Volume, RedTrack, Kitara, or you can enroll in our pay-per-call Accelerator program, and we will provide you the traffic tracker for free with already pre-set up postbacks, so you don't have to spend time for that. But Volume is quite expensive. I would rather recommend to check Kitara or RedTrack. This is a good question. Do you guys pay on time? Yes. So we usually pay every day, but with a delay of 7 days after the call time. So we call it a hold period. For everyone and for every offer, we have hold period of 7 days. So after this hold period, you can withdraw every day the amount that you have available for withdrawal. But for some higher volume and high quality affiliates, we can decrease this hold period even up to 1 day. Can you please help? Where can we do competitor research apart from Facebook ad library and spy tools? So if you talk about social competitor research, I would say those are the only options. Facebook ad library and spy tools. If you talk about Google ads, you can also use Google Transparency Center, or you can just try to search from US IP address on your mobile phone specific keywords you want to spy, and you will see ads from your competitors. What is the best vertical for TikTok on low budget? I would say we see really great results for that segment, as I mentioned before, because this vertical runs all year round. And despite the fact that TikTok has really strict guidelines for depth, still we see affiliates running good volumes, and the cost on TikTok is much lower compared to Facebook. What vertical was the media buyer screenshot? It was that element English and Spanish mixed for Facebook ads for the last 30 days on Papercall. Please add some more offers for appliance repairs. I have quality calls for appliance repairs. So yeah, please follow the link for feedback, and please list your requirements for appliance repair offers, like what kind of payout, geographic, and what is your traffic source, so our sales team can focus on that. So this is a good question. In 2025, for who wants to start pay-per-call business as an affiliate, how much do you recommend to invest, in which verticals to start with, and of course which traffic source? As I said, the minimum that I recommend to invest is $1,500. As for verticals, I would definitely start with that element, either English or Spanish, because we have really good budgets for those, and the amount of credit card debt in US is rising every year. As for traffic source, I would test either Facebook, TikTok, or some other social media. Yeah, I think I answered all those questions. What is the best social spy tool? So if you talk about Facebook ads, honestly, all the spy tools, they use just Facebook ad library. So just stick to Facebook ad library because it has most results in real time. But if you need specific spy tool, honestly, all of those are kind of similar. They may have different interface, but the amount of ads they have is kind of similar. So just check reviews and go with the cheapest option, probably. Is your payday loan campaign Legion and Papercall? So we have Legion payday and personal loan campaigns, and currently we are using those as offers for disqualified traffic for debt settlement. So we usually ask questions like, do you have at least $10,000 of debt? And if person clicks no, then we redirect them to loan offers. So it's kind of additional monetization of our traffic. Which vertical for home services would you recommend for pay-per-call? Honestly, it depends on your traffic source and on your experience, but the most popular home services are plumbing, HVAC, and pest control during summer period. So guys, let me know if you have any additional questions. I'm really sorry about the video lag. I will try to fix that in the future webinars. and I will answer a few more questions, and we'll finish on this. So how much should we spend to test a campaign before we pause it for no results? Honestly, it depends on your budget, but you should test at least 5 to 10 creatives, and for each creative you should allocate at least at minimum $50 to $100 of your budget. So the more budget you have, the more opportunity you have to test your campaign. So if you have really limited budget, you need to be really careful with your creatives, and you need to set up the best creatives you can possibly do, because you won't have another chance to test other creatives. Can we run disallowed offers without license on Google or Facebook? So on Facebook you don't have to have a license. On Google you need to have a license to get approved, but somehow some affiliates and also our internal team has managed to get approved on Google. So if you join our Papercall Accelerator program, I will be able to share some more secrets how we were able to do that. It doesn't mean that those secrets are guaranteed to get you approved, but still it's good advice to get started. Agency ad account won't help you because they will still require a license. Okay, so there are some more questions. I'm just trying to choose good questions from here. Do you provide the budget for Accelerator program? So that one we don't provide, so you still have to run with your own budget. If you join our in-house media buying team, we will provide you the budget, but we have more strict requirements for who we are able to hire in our internal team, because as you understand, we care about our budget, and we don't want just affiliates with no experience burning our budget. Some of the questions you ask like this, how to make good creatives. I mean, there are like, I should make like a separate like video webinar or even a course, because it's such a wide topic, and maybe you should search for some tutorials or videos or even courses how to make good creatives, because it's like there is like even like a science of marketing or like branding, video production, how to do good creative. So I cannot just answer this question on this webinar, unfortunately. But you can start by checking competitors' creatives on Facebook Ad Library. Can you tell us the audience targeting for depth? So such type of questions I also will cover during our accelerator program, but I would say that for depth we run it with a special category, credit category. So in this category we cannot target any specific interests. So we just run broad. Both men and women from 18 to 65 years, and we just run specific states and hours, and then we just let the pixel optimize and do its own work. Alex, can you comment on running in non-special category for depth to customize targeting? So yeah, I see some of people do that, but what I see is that usually CPM is 50% higher or even more than compared to running in a special category. So I haven't seen really great results with that, so I don't recommend. So always choose special category to decrease your CPM. So do you have any tips to run depth in January? Like no specific tips. So check my previous webinars on running depth. and join our Pay-Per-Call Accelerator program, and I will try to share my knowledge and tips in real time. We'll have weekly meetings. You'll be able to share your progress, and I will able to share some of the mistakes you're doing. But basically, just check my previous videos, check Facebook ad library, and make similar creatives. Okay, I think we'll be finishing webinar on this. Thank you, Upendra Singh, for your words. And I also want to wish you like a happy new year. I think 2025 should be much more successful for you guys and for us as well. Again, my apologies for the video quality. It's like online webinar, everything can happen. And please follow the links I shared to join the mastermind, the accelerator, and we will post those links in our Telegram channel as well. So take a rest this holidays, this weekend, and let's start scaling our campaigns in January. As I said, January will be the cheapest month of the year, so prepare your ad campaigns, prepare your budgets, and let's go. 2025 should be a great year for you guys and for us as well. Thank you for joining this webinar, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.